Hello, my name is David Ramos, and I am a senior here at West High. Like many of my classmates, I was very unaware of the very critical problem that is the fentanyl crisis. The truth is our youth is so unaware of the true dangers hiding in our society. Recently, thanks to PSA videos my video production class has prompted me to do, I've been educated on this issue that has become more real to me than ever before. Not as a distant issue that never seemed to get too close, but as a real and prevalent danger my own community of Kern County is facing. How can a student like me combat the horrible effects of drugs like fentanyl? And then I had an idea. What if more students were educated the same way I was about these dangerous drugs plaguing us? Education is key, and if we can make the youth aware of this danger, we can help stop them from ever touching these drugs. So what better way to fight back than using our community effectively? So what happens when a student gets out there and is educated by the community? How do you think we as the youth can spread the awareness and, like your organization does, educate people?
You can do exactly what you're doing, that you're talking about it, you want to do these different PSAs, you want to do things to get the school to hear what's happening and get it in front of the youth, being social media, because that's a great way to be able to do it. And that's going to help, because people need to just keep talking and talking and talking about this subject.
Our community can inform us exponentially. It is telling us to get the word out there. But what about the medical side of things?
Well, around the medical community, what they're doing is many of the urgent cares, the emergency rooms, they all have an agreement amongst themselves that they're not going to just refill opioid prescriptions, because they don't want more opioids out in the community where maybe kids are getting them out of their parent or grandparents' medicine cabinets. But as far as the youth taking fentanyl, I think the number one thing you can do is just have conversations with your kids from very young age until they're teenagers. You have to talk about it frequently. You have to explain the risk. You have to explain it to them year after year. It can't be just when they get in high school. I think our families just need to talk to our kids more and more.
Now, we reached out to a local media outlet at KGET Channel 17 News in our community here in Kern County, and we were able to have a conversation with investigative reporter Bob Price, who has actually done extensive research on this very subject. Take a look. What do you think is the best way to combat this crisis?
Education, absolutely education. Your project sounds like one of the tools that the society needs to get the word out. I've talked to a lot of parents who've lost children and other loved ones from fentanyl. I've talked to fentanyl users who managed to survive, thus far. But in talking to parents who lost children, at the time I talked to them, many said, I had never heard of fentanyl before the coroner told me that's what killed my kid. So education is huge. You've got to get the word out to parents, but obviously you've got to get the word out to prospective users.
Our idea constitutes on education, educating students by getting them involved, participation, encouraging these groups of students to continue to make PSAs, conduct interviews, and make other forms of informational content that will bring them knowledge and help them spread it. Communication. With the help of their schools, they will make their voices heard to their fellow students and even more people. Finally, community. Encouraging our local community to share these videos with as many people as they can. From just a student to an entire community of people, we can combat this crisis and make safer choices. Only by coming together with the entire community can we make a real change.